What's going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? So it looks like the Padres have their new manager. Let's go talk about it. Okay, so here we go. A bit of a shocker. The Padres have hired Bob Melvin. Yes, Bob Melvin, the Oakland A's manager, as their new manager. So it looks like the A's have let Bob Melvin out of his contract to go pursue an opportunity with the San Diego Padres. And according here to AJ Cassavell of MLB.com, the Padres and Bob Melvin have agreed to a 3-year deal to make him the club's next manager. So they just got rid of Jace Tingler recently, just a few weeks ago. That was not a good fit. It looked like he was losing the respect of his players. A very down season for the San Diego Padres. A lot of expectations coming into this season. And Jace Tingler, hey, this is a first-year manager when he got hired. And, you know, in the end, you got all this talent on this Padres team, and they're just not getting it done. He had to go. They had to bring in someone, and I expected them to bring in someone who had a track record, someone like a Ron Washington, someone even like a Mike Scioscia even. Someone that had some kind of pedigree there. And Bob Melvin, a lot of people were not expecting this one. It was looking like the Padres were going to be, maybe going another few weeks without having a manager. And just out of the blue like this, they bring in one of the more successful managers in baseball, Bob Melvin, who, by the way, it is his birthday today. What a birthday gift, getting a new job in San Diego. He's always been a Californian, so, hey, it makes a lot of sense to go to the Padres. In his career, has a .514 win percentage, over 2,600 games, over 1,300 wins. Bob Melvin has had a lot of good teams with the Oakland A's, a lot of overachieving teams at times, just really solid teams. I mean, go back 2018, 2019, back-to-back 97-win teams, 96 wins back in 2013. 2012 had 94 wins. He's had 3 division titles. He's won Manager of the Year 3 separate times. I mean, Bob Melvin, this is the guy that you want in San Diego. If we actually go pull up here the Padres roster on Fangraphs, I mean, you got a lot to work with here in San Diego. You got tons of talent all across the board. I mean, just take a look at the lineup. I mean, just top to bottom, it's a very good lineup. But for some reason, they were just stalling last year. They couldn't really get anything going. It was a middle-of-the-road offense for the most part. But look at the guys that you have. Obviously, starting off with the Fernando Tatis Jr., Adam Frazier, Jake Cronenworth, Manny Machado, Eric Hosmer. I mean, there's just guys up and down this lineup. There was no reason why this lineup should have underperformed the way it did. The problem with the Padres moving forward, or at least a bit of a question mark, is the starting pitching. Hey, had a lot of injuries this past year, not a lot of depth there, but you are going to get a guy like Mike Clevinger back next year. Joe Musgrove had a really good season, but what is he going to be able to give you health wise? He's had some injury problems in the past. Yu Darvish was looking a little banged up at times this year. Blake Snell as well, very inconsistent year for Blake Snell. Chris Paddock, having some injuries this year. So you do have some talent here, obviously, to work with if you're the Padres. And then you got some really good arms in this bullpen as well. I think the main problem with the San Diego Padres is just depth. When guys do go down, who is someone else that can step up and help when needed? I think Bob Melvin is a guy, hey, plug him in, plug a successful manager like that into this team. He's going to find ways to get the best out of these players. He's going to find other guys to step up. Sure, the front office, they're going to have to add some pieces here to help with the depth, help with the flexibility of this team. But what a move for the San Diego Padres. I mean, this is absolutely huge. As for the Oakland A's, you got to be thinking, well, what the heck are the A's doing here letting go of Bob Melvin? Why would they let go of someone who has just been such a vital piece of their organization? Well, hey, with Oakland, who knows what they're going to be doing? Are they going to be staying in Oakland? Are they going to be moving to Las Vegas? They're always trying to cut money anywhere they can. And Bob Melvin was a guy making around, about $3.5-4 million per year. So shedding that, hey, you're getting rid of some payroll there. It just seems like a weird time right now for the Oakland A's. It's going to be interesting to see what direction they go in. If we take a look at the Oakland A's really quick, you got a lot of guys who are going to be, going to be becoming free agents in the next couple of years. I got arbitration eligible guys. A lot of these guys are going to be getting pay raises. Someone like a Sean Manaea, Chris Bassett, Chapman, Olsen. I mean, these guys are going to be getting bumps in pay. So, it's no surprise, I guess. They're trying to cut some money off of the payroll. And, Bob Melvin, hey, I guess they thought he was expendable. But this is really interesting. I think it's a great move for the San Diego Padres, for Oakland. I'm interested to see where are they heading, what direction are they heading, who's going to be the new manager in Oakland. So that opens up a spot there. Are they going to stay within the organization? Or are they going to go outside the organization? But either way, I think this is a huge win for the San Diego Padres. I think they needed to add a guy with a big name. They couldn't just go to another guy that was going to be a first-year manager. They needed to go big. I thought Ron Washington could have been a good one. Even like I mentioned, like a Mike Scioscia. Those guys would have been really good. But, I mean, this is a slam dunk. This is a guy that's already in Major League Baseball right now who was a manager already. I mean, this is a win-win. If you're a Padres fan, you got to be jumping out of your seat, ripping off your pants, running outside, celebrating, screaming at the top of your lungs. I mean, what better manager, what better situation to have than this? I mean, this is absolutely fantastic if you're the San Diego Padres. And if you're a fan of the Padres, this is definitely a good start to your offseason. A disappointing season, but man, you got the offseason started in the best way possible, getting one of the best managers in the game. But let me know what you think in the chat. What do you think of this move for the Padres? What do you think is going to be happening with the Oakland A's moving forward? Let me know in the chat down below. Leave a comment if you can. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. But that's all I have for right now, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.